Hustle. What's up? This is Keith Kelfis. I just want to stop in real quick and say what's up, man. This is amazing. There's so much opportunity out here. Whether you are in small business, if you're trying to leave a job and get your business off the ground, go full time, or take your business to the next level. I really believe that 2020 being a very tough year and a very serious year where a lot of people very unfortunately lost their jobs, lost their businesses. There were also industries that flourished and prospered. And I know us right here, and me being in the green industry in Michigan, it was a scary time in Michigan because we couldn't work. We weren't allowed to go out and work. Then all of a sudden, when they lifted that, the phones were ringing off the hook. I know all of my contractor friends in Michigan and abroad were so busy in 2021 we couldn't even keep up. And the whole year was like a reactive mode of just get it while you can, get it while you can, because you don't know when the rug's gonna get pulled out again type thing, right? But now that we've been seasoned, we've been through this, we know what to expect. It really brought out a lot of our true colors. And when you're tested under fire, you learn about faith, you learn about what you're capable of, and you learn about what you can conquer, what can you control, what you can't control. That's very important. What I want to talk about real quick, being focused and motivated and on fire. I see all your comments coming in. What's up? And I read all the comments. On this channel real quick. Thank you so much. We just hit 100,000 subscribers, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without you guys right here. Seriously, thank you so much and even those of you that have been with me on the journey all the way back to 2013 when I started this channel with nothing but a cell phone and a message of hope and inspiration about how I got my small business off the ground while being stuck in a dead-end job, broke, with debt collectors calling me, living in a tiny one-bedroom apartment, terrified, managed to do it by just taking a leap, jumping off a cliff, and building a plane on the way down. And that's what this channel is all about, is just that. Yeah, so I got a lot of content coming out, so many great video ideas and responses to your questions that I can't get the videos out fast enough. So I'm on fire. I'm cooking up some stuff in the kitchen. If you've seen me on Instagram, I just finished building my brand new studio, so we're filming in there, and a lot of good stuff for 2021. But back to what I was saying is, you have a choice of what you're going to focus on. And today's it's always been a highly, the political climate is, there's tension, right? And we've known about this for a long time, and I'm not going to get into that. But I want to say, there's three different types of people. There's people who don't want to know, don't care, they don't even know that they don't know. Then there's people who are in the know, and they're all amped up about it, but they're not really doing anything about it. So you're stressing yourself out. And then there's people who actually go out and do things about those things, right? But what I'm asking you is, you decide what you're going to do or what you're not going to do, but focus on the things you can control, not at what you can't control, because time is going by. There are people who have spent the entire year of 2020 just stressing out every single day in chaos, but actually didn't really achieve. They didn't move the needle forward on their dreams and on their businesses because they kept looking at like a deer in headlights. They kept looking at the problem, arguing about the problem, watching the news, and everybody knows that it's here. But at some point, we have to compartmentalize it, put it in a box, have some faith, and then focus on our callings and talents. Ask yourself this question. Say this year, maybe you want to hit 100,000 in your business. Maybe you want to hit 250,000. I don't know where you're at. Let me know in the comments below. You don't have to, but say, is this going to get me closer to these thoughts, this conversation, this argument, this social media scrolling or watching the news? Is this going to get me closer to or farther from $100,000 in 2021? Okay, because what you're doing right now, moment by moment, the action you're taking, is going to get you closer to or farther away from your goals. So it takes having difficult conversations or knowing when to just close the shades down and go back to work. So, and if you're always looking at things, I'm not saying that you are, but there's only so much that the mind and your emotions can take when you pay attention to things that are dramatic and stressful, right? It lowers your immune system. It lowers your confidence and your self-esteem. Your courage to go out and take action goes down. It decreases when you're afraid, when you are uncertain, when you don't know what's going to happen one day to the next. You're afraid to go out and take even small risks, and that's not healthy for you and for your life. That's not healthy for your business or for your family, right? So you know what the problem is, you know what the challenge is, you assess it, you prepare, and then you go out and take optimistic action as though things are going to work out great. Because I tell you time and time again, I mean, I'm 37 years old, and I was around during the last crash in 08, 09, 010. It was scary out there. It was a ghost town. I mean, I literally, back when I had a job, I was driving around filling out job applications. I couldn't find a job. Everybody was out of business. There was foreclosures everywhere, and I ended up sleeping in someone's basement. It was a scary time, right? But, you know, with that being said, the people that just keep focusing on why it's not going to work, time just goes by. But I see people that hustle regardless. They just stay focused and they keep their nose to the grindstone, and those are the people that come out on top. There's a big opportunity right now. There's been a shaking off of the fleas. Me and my contractor buddies talk about this, that when times get really tough, you can go to local pawn shops. There's pressure washers for sale. There's landscaping equipment. Like, what is going on? All these guys are getting out of business and selling stuff all the time. It's those that have a plan and stay focused, stay on a hustle, stay motivated, right? Keep building your clientele and building your business. You come out on top, because now all those clients, you've seen what it's like out there. There's so much work, and there's so much room to just do way more than make ends meet, to make prosper. So I just want to say what's up real quick. What up, Dow? I see all your comments. I read all the comments. I'm reading them all right now. Very nice. Yep. I'm reading all the comments. And I also when I do coaching, and I been doing this for years, I get on the phone and I'll talk to guys and girls and help them make the transition, because that's what my calling is to help people make the transition to becoming their own boss and getting their business up to 6 figures, right? Every single time I can hear it in their voice, I know when they're going to take the leap. I know when it's going to work, because I can hear. It's when you have a plan, you're excited, you're motivated, you can feel it, you can smell the freedom, and then all you have to do is strike while the iron's hot, because the opportunity is out there. The only thing stopping you is your self-limiting beliefs. And I've learned a lot about self-limiting beliefs in 2020. And it's spooky when you write down your goals and you reflect on them every single day. It'll happen. Give it 1, 2, 3 years. You will hit all your goals, and it'll be crazy. You'll have to set higher goals. I've watched this happen in my life, and it's downright spooky how amazing it is. So there you go. So I want to ask you a quick question. Who do you have to have a difficult conversation with, or how many people? Or it might even be with yourself, because where you're going to be in 5 years, it all comes down to the people you associate with, the books that you read, and the difficult conversations you're willing to have. What are those difficult conversations? It could be looking in the mirror and say, all right, damn it. All right, Kelphus, this is the year you're going to do it. I know you're scared. But this is your time to shine, right? It might be with a spouse or a family member. You might have a toxic family member that you love, but they're so negative and so toxic. They're so caught in the drama that you feel guilty about moving forward because there's so much toxicity there. Maybe you have to draw lines in the sand and develop healthy boundaries, right? They're terrified of seeing you leave them or succeed or something like that, right? I've had to have difficult conversations in my life, in my personal life, and it wasn't until I had those difficult conversations and drew those lines in the sand that my life evolved. And now I look back, it took too long. You know, I spent too much time sitting on the fence. Where are you sitting on the fence in your life, in your personal life, in your business, and all that stuff? It's none of my business, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I care about you, and I want to see you crush it. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to see you crush it, man.